Once there was a group of monkeys. These monkeys were harassed by the lions, and the poor monkeys, they were subjected to torture, to abuse. They had no food. The lions just used them whenever they needed them, but they had no use for them. So the monkeys decided, we're going to find another territory. One night, when the moon was gone and it was all dark and the lazy lions had fallen asleep and they had become too secure in their own thinking that they were in charge, the monkeys ran away. They came to a new part of the forest. It was an uncultivated part, and they realized that they would have to make a new society. They planted trees, beautiful orange trees, apple trees. And before you knew it, they had a blossoming land. But they were attacked. First, they were attacked by the lions, angry that they had left their control. Miraculously, with the help of God, they beat off the lions, and eventually the lions left them alone. In fact, the lions, sorry, I had to take a break there. The lions, in fact, became friends, but then there was another group, and these were the hyenas. The hyenas were very jealous of the monkeys. They were used to grabbing, they were used to a situation where they would literally plunder and pillage and rape. And so, as time went on and the hyenas attacked, they realized that they too were no match for the monkeys. They came up with a new strategy. And this was a strategy developed by Russia. It's called disinformation. You don't have to actually attack physically. You can attack spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. You can make the monkeys think that they are bad and you are good. And through generations of lies, of manipulations, of what is right and what is wrong, of pointing out every single negative that their ancestors had done in their survival, what they were able to do was raise a generation that saw themselves as guilty and the hyenas as righteous. And so they let the hyenas take over their land. And if you've ever seen The Lion King, that's exactly what happened. And that's what's happening with Islam trying to take over the West. Wherever they go, even in their own countries, they rape, they murder, they torture. And it's just a matter of time before these countries, in America, somebody who supported the Muslim Brotherhood, the worst terrorist organization, supported ISIS, the worst terrorist, supported the radicals in Libya, the radicals in Syria, became a president. He gave weapons of mass destruction to countries like Qatar that are funding terrorists. He enabled Iran. He wrote a letter to Iran. He said, listen, we're not going to attack you. In other words, go ahead, make your bomb. Made a peace deal, giving them billions of dollars, supporting terrorism. And he raised an entire party to think that helping the worst, most dangerous hyena that wants to literally wipe out America and the world with a nuke. They believe that when the world will become, when the I don't even want to say, basically they're going for a full-out nuclear destruction because they think that's going to bring their Messiah. If anybody thinks they're joking, they put billions of dollars. They created the Houthis, Hamas, Hezbollah. They're not joking. They're real. They're serious. A lot more serious than the monkeys. And before you know it, God stepped in. He said, these guys have no convictions anymore. They can't even help themselves. As a Jewish saying, when we say that in Lonu Yisrael El Eloheinu Shabbat There's no one to rely on but God. And so when that point in time comes, when we realize that there's only God that's going to save us, because all of human history shows this process, Rome, empire of 400 years, fell to a band of barbarians. A couple of savages came and sacked it because the monkeys that ran Rome, they became stupid and lazy, and they weren't able to see the danger. And so, where does this leave us? It leaves us with the one thing that we do have, which is God, and that is going to get us through. We have to dedicate our lives to God, because it will be a miraculous salvation. But we are the ones that have to make the miracle. We're going beyond ourselves, beyond nature, into the supernatural, and then the Mashiach will come.